Hey, what's going on, Yash? Hope you're having an amazing day. I just wanted to wish you a super happy 16th birthday, man, as you go into this new year. It's Omar here from The Passionate Few, and I wanted to let you know a few things, man. Number one, I'm incredibly proud of the kind of heart, the kind of passion, the kind of commitment you have to get better and better. I love your passion for your family. You and your mom are an amazing team. I love your work ethic. I love your communication, man. And I just want to tip my hat off to you and congratulate you on, an amazing 15 years as you go into your 16th year. And let you know that I tremendously respect you, your body of work. Obviously, your book is phenomenal. And I guess if I had any advice or constructive criticism, I would say for the better. One thing is, I know you're an inspired soul, and especially when you're young and you're trying to learn how to do things, one of the most important things is remember to organize and write things down. So that's it. That's all I got for you, man. If you can organize and get clear, you're going to have tremendous more power than you already do. So happy birthday. I love you, Yash, and continued success to you in your journey, man.
Happy freaking birthday, Yash. 16, man. Unbelievable. First and foremost, I want to give an incredible shout out to your amazing mother for putting this all together. Um, Good God, you're so blessed, man. Rashmi, you were an absolute saint. Nothing but an absolutely fantastic opportunity meeting both you and Yash back in November of 2019 now, which is crazy. It's been over a year, but Yash, nonetheless, man, this video is for you. Happy 16th birthday. First and foremost, when I met you, man, when you were, I think 15, maybe 14, I don't even know, but back in Akbar's event, good God, you were a little ball of lightning, bro. You still are, too. You still have all that energy. I've never met anybody that has as much energy as I do, and people have told me that I'm like, I could outrun the Energizer Bunny. Bro, you could outrun like Usain Bolt. That's how much energy you have, man. And that's fantastic because that's gonna serve you tremendously as you scale your business. When I met you, man, you were so eager to learn. I'm never gonna forget staying up till like 3 a.m. talking funnels and ultimately just getting to know you a little bit better, man. I mean, you got a heart of gold, and meeting you and your mom's inexperience, I'm never gonna forget. What you have going for you, man. I think you're in a better position than you might realize. I hope you're, grateful for everything that you have and all the opportunities you've come across, because it's only up from here. You're furthermore than than the fact that I already mentioned, the energy that you have is going to serve you tremendously as you scale your business. Two things really stand out to me. You got incredible perseverance for somebody who's still in high school. It's crazy, man. And the perseverance, I mean, that's huge, obviously, for a multitude of different reasons, but just seeing you run through brick walls and tackle the stuff that you already have at your age is incredible. And I'm excited to see, the coming years, what you're able to accomplish. More so than that, man, it's just the confidence. The way you show up to, the art of sales calls, most recently, the insight that you've been giving inside of AOS on sales and how to handle objections. The way that you show up is remarkable. And carrying that confidence with you is only going to serve you further down the line because people buy into confidence. And for a good reason, man. You're incredibly knowledgeable. And so I want to tell you, man, you have everything you need to be successful. You got the confidence, you got the perseverance, you got the skill, and you have the mindset. I would just recommend keeping that with you, man, because there are going to be tough times ahead as you scale. And just know that, if you keep your head down, you have pig-headed discipline, and you work through the crap, good God, there's going to be some great days ahead for you. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say that it is unbelievably exciting to see just how far you've come since I met you back in 2019. It's great to see you still have that freaking lightning bottled up inside you. And again, I'm just entirely grateful to have met you and your mom, and to see what the future holds. So for the sake of talking your ear off anymore, happy 16th birthday, man. And let's keep in touch.
So what are my impressions of Yash at 15? So what I'll say with Yash at 15 years old is that the dude is just very, very open to wanting to be the best. And you can tell that just as he's got a lot of charisma, but at the same time, he also is able to absorb information. And he's just able to sit there and absorb information and listen before voicing an opinion or anything else to make sure he's received all the information before he jumps in with what he knows. So, which makes him a sponge, right? Allowing to put more things in place. So that's definitely that's my first impression of Yash. Is very charismatic, just a sponge, and just so very coachable in life, in business, and just skill sets in general. So, and that's going to apply really well to really anything Yash does in life. But in terms of Yash's strengths, so Yash's strengths, there's a handful of them, and a lot of them are double-edged swords, but it's going to get in the head super, super fast in life. So wanting to be the best at everything he does, that's the obvious one that stands out. And this strength is going to drive him to achieving more than 99.9% of the world is going to achieve. And this is going to be the thing that has him sought out by everybody for, as long as he's, as long as he's pursuing whatever he wants to pursue. This is an amazing skill set. Another strength is going to be his ability to be coachable. I know I said that once already, but the ability to be coachable is going to allow him to be able to learn new things, not let his ego get in the way, which is going to allow him to constantly move up and understand that in the universe, other people can have things too, as so can he, and that there's unlimited spots for people to make it to the top. So in order for him to acquire the information to make it to the top, he stays coachable and his ego doesn't get in the way of anything, which is going to be super helpful. So where in his life can he improve? Yash is making improvements every day, which is what's making him better every day. I would say the number one thing that I would say to improve would be to continue to dot the I's and cross the T's. So in this game of pursuing the big vision of what you want, Yash does a phenomenal job of and is able to identify the things that will move the needle fastest. So he's able to do those things. But in terms of strengths and where to improve, not just in business, but in life in general, would be to not just do something to do it to get ahead, right? Because pretty much whatever Yash is going to do because he wants to be the best at it, he's going to take intentional action and it will get him to advance, right? Advancing to the next step and pretty much anything that he does. He takes action in such volume and he does pay attention to the technique. I would say to dot the I's and cross the T's, make sure all the details are always there, whether it's making food, understanding like how much of each thing to specifically make. Because I know that Yash is working on specific things in his health regimen, workout regimen, morning routines, night routines, everything that he's doing. So I would just know that, or whether it's a sales call, morning routine, night routine, whatever it is that you're doing, to cross the T's and dot the I's, because the details matter, right? That's what's going to allow you to be able to sustain the success and to move faster, because you won't be hustling. If you can get the details down, you'll be able to work a lot smarter and less hard, and you'll see far more success and it'll be far more sustainable down the road. And my last piece of advice as Yash goes into being 16 years old. 16 was a really fun year. So my advice would be this, right, is understand you're 16 once, right? Understand these other things in life are gonna come, and to make sure you're pursuing these other things for the right reasons, not just to attain them. If you do that, you're going to be constantly chasing in a void, running into a void, right? It's a black hole of nothingness when you constantly chase something without a specific reason and purpose for that chase, right? Because if you're chasing something to be the best, there's always going to be a best, right? Even Jeff Bezos got passed up as the richest man in the world, right? So there's always going to be a best coming in, and if you're constantly chasing the best, you're never against yourself, you're against something else. So my advice would be to understand that in pursuit of your greatest reality, to make sure that you enjoy the moments now, because you're only 16 once. So super proud of you though, man, super proud of you, Yash. And anyway, man, happy birthday.
Hey Yash, it's Becky Timms, the Amazon Queen, and I wanted to wish you a happy 16th birthday. Oh my goodness, I remember the first night that I met you. It was actually 2 years ago, so you were 14 then, And I remember saying, oh my, Yash is wise beyond his years. You're so wise. You're so smart. And I was just impressed to be in the same room with you. And I was thinking, what could I do for your 16th birthday? And I just wanted to offer you some words of wisdom. And actually, the words are right behind me. Believe in yourself, always keep dreaming, and imagine what you can do if you apply yourself. These are the things that I live by: imagine, believe, dream, and I want to encourage you to do the exact same thing. However, while you're believing and imagining and dreaming, I want you to focus on having a balanced life, because it is super easy to get off balance. And when you get off balance, you're like, you have all these plates spinning and you need to get them back in order. So I want to encourage you to believe, to imagine, to dream, all while keeping balance over here, because life is going to throw you some curveballs. I promise you it will. And so I want you to think about that. When life throws you a curveball, you're going to say, Becky Timms, the Amazon Queen, told me that this was going to happen. It's inevitable. It happens to all of us. So happy birthday, Yash. I'm so glad that I know you, that I was able to meet you, and I am so excited for your future and what you're going to do. Have an amazing birthday.
What's up, Yash? And happy birthday to my younger brother from another mother. Oh my God, you're going to be 16? Oh man, I can't believe I met you when you were only 11 years old. You're already so far ahead in everything in your life, so far ahead of a lot of people that I know that have already retired. You're such an amazing young man and entrepreneur at such an early age. It's really mind-blowing. And I just heard that you're working with a 2-comma award winner. So that's kind of cool and exciting. But I'm so happy that you're working with them and helping them close more deals as one of their elite sales closers. And I want to know, how come I didn't score that deal? Oh my God. What a lucky guy that guy is to have you on his team. In any case, man, happy birthday. If I could give you a little piece of advice that you probably already know, but let's just make sure. One, as a sales closer, you want to make sure that you always are cognizant of and aware of one simple fact. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. That means you have to see, hear, and feel what they want, and make sure that they can feel that you care about helping them actually solve their problem, because otherwise they're just going to feel like you're selling them a bill of goods, and that never feels good to anyone. And then the other thing is, make sure you know what you want. It's great to help other people accomplish their dreams, but make sure that you are going after yours too. Otherwise, you'll end up with resentment. People like us, we're driven, we're motivated to help other people, but if we forget to take care of ourselves, if we forget to go after what we want, then it just becomes old and arduous and not fun anymore. So make sure you know what you want and do everything in your power to get it. And if you have the gifts and skills that you have, not going after what you want, not changing the world with those skills and abilities, it should be criminal. So I know you would never do that. Anyways, I look forward to continuing to watch you on your journey towards becoming a billionaire. Somehow, I believe that's in your future.
It's difficult for me to believe that you're only going to be turning 16. I was going to say that you're only 16 years old. You're only 15 years old, whatever. I think I met you when you were 12. And I'll never forget the impact you made on the room when you were 12. You were the only person under 30 there, maybe under 40 there. But you're so well-spoken. You're so, had such a sense of self. You had so much presence that you seemed completely at ease. I don't know if you really were or not, but that's how you seemed, and wowed everyone in the room, including me. I could see why your mother was so proud of you. Um, and that seems to me like so long ago, but it's really only a few years ago. Um, because I've stayed in contact with you and talked with you about all the projects you're working on, all the various different things, and watched you experiment with these different business models. And it's, uh, you know, I think this video is really supposed to be about praising you and your experience, but it seems like it's much more about me. Um, it's about my experience seeing you and seeing your dedication and your incredible discipline, your single-mindedness. It's not like, well, there's some people in their 40s and 50s I know who are like, but certainly not any young people, and certainly not any kids. Um, and and also it was tempered with a great humility and a great compassion. You seemed genuinely to understand what a unique experience this was for you, to be exposed to all this sort of business understanding stuff that was should have been way beyond your years, but didn't really seem to be um, difficult for you to assimilate or really to put into practice. And I guess as a 16-year-old, it's hard again for me to think of you as being 16-year-old because I've been on Zoom calls with you and you're talking and other calls come in from other people and you say, "Excuse me, just a second." And you click in some other person. I can't hear what they're saying, but I can hear your end of the conversation. When you say to them, "Look, I told you this has to be done," Bob, and you're talking to them like you're the head of a company. uh, you have such self-assurance. Um, you have such clarity on what you're trying to accomplish. And that is an extraordinary thing and a tremendous benefit in all aspects of life. If you're clear about what it is you're trying to accomplish. I remember when you were 13, maybe 14, couldn't be any older than that. I saw a piece of video of you from another group where you'd gotten up to speak, and here's this kid in front of all these grown-ups, 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old, and they're hanging on your every word. And you spoke to them with such poise, and you had great gravitas. You were asking them to thank someone. Now I can't remember exactly what the person was in the video, but you spoke so eloquently, and you really seemed like the head of some company. And this is why I've been telling everyone since when I first met you uh, that we all had better be nice to you because we're all going to be working for you in the future. I stand by that assessment. I don't think that's changed in any way. Uh, I honestly believe you're one of those people who could do absolutely anything that you set your mind to. I can't imagine a aspiration that you cannot achieve. I really don't. I've just seen you in action. I've seen you doing what you do. But I can think of one thing you might want to do to improve. I hope in your 16th year you will take some time to remember that you're just 16. There's no rush here. I know you're ambitious. I know you have all kinds of things you want to do, which is fantastic. But take a little time now and then to enjoy your life as a 16-year-old. You don't have to rush to be 35. It'll be here before you know it. So that's the only recommendation I can make that I can think of might improve your life, is take some time to still be a kid, still be a teenager. Enjoy some of that while you can. The future for you, young man, so bright you have to wear shades. It's going to be an extraordinary adventure for you. An extraordinary adventure. So with that in mind, happy birthday, Yash. Every time I'm going to say you're 16, I sort of still don't believe it, of course. If somehow it's revealed later on that really you're just a very youngish looking 27-year-old, then I'll be, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. But if you really are just turning 16, I hope it's the most fabulous year of your life so far. I hope that every year turns out to be the most fabulous one so far. And I am, for one, am so pleased to know you, to have met you and your mom. I hope at some point I eventually meet the rest of your family. But knowing your mom, I see where you come from. I see why you are the way you are. And for me, it feels like an incredible win for me to know you. So thank you for letting me be a part of this celebration. And I don't know if you're going to get a driver's license. I wouldn't even venture a guess. Anything you tell me wouldn't surprise me. But I hope that it is a fantastic birthday for you. And I look forward to working with you for many years to come.
Happy birthday, Yash. Wendy Shanko here. I am wishing you a blessed and happy birthday. Yash, it's been so wonderful to see you growing up, and happy 16th birthday. So exciting becoming a man. So as you're growing and coming into your 16th year, I just want you to remember that your guides are with you. You're always being led, and look for the answers within, not out. Best wishes to you.
Yash Gajar, it's John Jakes, and I wanted to take a moment to wish you a wonderful 16th birthday. My impression the first time we met is that this is someone who is driven and motivated and incredibly mature beyond his years, and it's just been a real privilege to see you grow and accomplish so many wonderful things over the years, from achieving hundreds of thousands of views on social media to making money and starting businesses. Really, really proud of what you've done over the years, and you should be really proud as well. In terms of advice for the future, I would just say, take advantage of your youth. Keep moving forward. Don't take your foot off the gas, because I think a lot of times when you accomplish so much at a young age, it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to feel like you've already done enough. And this is your time, my friend, to lay the foundation for years to come, to set yourself up for an incredible future, and to really live the life of your dreams. So keep going, keep pushing forward. We're happy for you. We're proud of you. And I hope you have a wonderful 16th birthday. Wishing you a lot of success and happiness moving forward. Talk soon.
What's up, Yash? I just wanted to come on here real quick and say happy birthday, brother. It's been super exciting and fun working alongside you, man, and watching you grow. You have such a powerful, not only sales background, but you have such a powerful mindset. And I know I have learned so much from you and benefited so much from you, being in Rob's community and, sharing all of your knowledge and your mindset and your stuff on sales. It's helped me a lot, man. So I'm super excited to watch you continue to grow, man. And you've accomplished so much at such a young age. And I'm so excited to see you continue to grow. Not that I'm always the best person to be giving advice, man, but if you just continue with the mindset you have and the work ethic you have, man, you're going to do huge things in this world. And I'm just so excited to be a part of the journey and continue to watch you grow. Happy birthday, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey Yash, happy birthday. When I first met you, it was really hard for me to remember that you were 15. You were so articulate and you present yourself so well that it's easy to forget. So I just wanted to say that I think one of your strengths is that you're able to connect with people so well. One of the reasons probably being that you can articulate well, but I think you're really personable and you find ways to connect with people that make it easy for them to connect back with you. So I think that's a really important trait to have, and it'll serve you well throughout life. One of the things that I would suggest as you move forward, and hopefully remember this your entire life, is to remember why you do what you do. Like, what is it that motivates you? What are your goals? Not just like financially, but what do you want to get out of life for you and for your family or the people that are most important to you? Because I know you're really competitive. And, in the spirit of a competition, there are going to be ups and downs. And if you're only doing it for the reward of that thing, then if you fail, then your value or your worth, your self-worth can be tied to that. If you, on the other hand, know that there are going to be failures all throughout life, and especially when you're really competitive, which is not a bad thing because we learn from our failures. It's important that you remember the things that ground you, like who you are, why you're doing this. There's a much bigger reason than just hitting that finish line. Then when the failures or the shortcomings do happen, all of your self-worth is not tied to that thing, but it's in the other things that ground you, like the relationships, like the kind of lifestyle you want, like the way you want to impact the world. So my advice would be, as you move forward, just remember those things for your motivation, and you're going to go far.
Hey, happy birthday, Yash. Happy 16th birthday, man. Dude, it blows my mind that you're just turning 16 years old. I don't remember what I was doing at 16, but definitely nowhere near as developed and far along as you are. So congratulations on that, man. It's a pleasure to work alongside you every day, watching you grow and everything. But man, I just wanted to jump in here, wish you a happy birthday, and say a couple things that I've noticed working with you over the last year here. And maybe even tell you some things that I want you to think about going into year 16 that hopefully could help you out. So let's dive into it, man. So I guess I could honestly say that I've never met somebody, especially a 15-year-old, that's even close to as driven and hardworking as you are. I think that it's really impressive, and it rubs off on me sometimes, which is a pleasure. So thank you for that. But if I had to name some strengths that I've noticed that you have here, especially knowing you for the last year, so when you're 15 years old, I'd have to say your number one strength, and it's probably one of the most important skills to learn in life, or skills to have in life, and you're crushing at it, is, I guess, breaks down to two things. One, the ability to learn, but two, even more importantly, the eagerness to learn, right? So you are so quick to just dive into things and just take feedback, and even more importantly, implement the feedback that you get in a really, really strong way. It's insanely impressive to watch. And honestly, man, that has to be the number one strength that I've noticed with you. Some other things I could say about you: you're pretty sharp. You make me laugh sometimes with some of the stuff you say, a little witty. So that's awesome. If I had to name some stuff you could improve on, I mean, nothing honestly overwhelmingly sticks out. But I think it's important that with any age, and with every new year here coming up, it's important to remember to stay humble, especially as you start seeing so much success. It's important to stay humble. And I think that another big thing would be to remember to continue to master the art of listening. I think that listening is one of the most estimated skills to have. And I think with every year, if you go into the year saying you want to be a better listener and remembering to stay humble, I think that's really going to put you an edge over other people and put you light years ahead of everybody. So I think those are the two things I would look at moving into year 16 here. And then if I had to make some overarching suggestions for you as you're turning 16 and taking on another whole year, man, I would say just keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep waking up every day like it's day one, treating every day like it's an interview. Um, and there's no way you won't be seeing big things ahead, man. I'm so excited to watch you grow. I can't imagine where you're gonna be when you're my age. Um, so man, it's a pleasure working with you. I wanted to just say happy birthday, and let me know if you need anything, like always. See you, Yash. Happy birthday, man.
Hey Yash, what's going on? It's Mark Anthony. I wanted to come at you and say a very, very happy birthday. It's been a while since we've seen each other, but nonetheless, wanted to come to you on a very special day just to acknowledge you, to let you know that your presence on this planet, that it matters, and that you are a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal young man. I've never met anybody like you. I've never met a young man who has so much foresight, so much energy, so much compassion for the world. As a 15-year-old, I don't meet too many 15-year-olds like you, but I want you to know that you are appreciated. I want you to know that you are valued, and that the first time I met you, I believe you were like 9 or 10, met you at the Joel Barrow event, of course, and I was just so impressed that at such a young age, you were able to, be professional. You were able to captivate people. You were able to hold people's attention, but more importantly, you were hungry for learning. You were hungry to absorb as much as you can so you can become a better person and make the world a better place. And to be so young at that time, at 9, 10 years old, and now you're 15, turning 16, it was just very impressive then. But to see your progression, I see you on Facebook and I see how you interact. I love the fact of what you're doing with the homeless people. I watched that video, and when you went and bought that homeless man food and you did it from just the depths of your heart through compassion and love, it really, really inspired me. So I think that some of your strengths are you're compassionate. Some of your strengths are you are a forward progressive thinker. You understand the sense of purpose and why you're here, and you have a love for people. You have a love for others, and you can't teach that. You have to be born with that. You just have to have it. And you have all of that. And that's one of the reasons why I was so impressed with you. And one of the reasons why I know that no matter what it is you do, if you stay focused, you're going to be hugely successful. But more importantly, the world will be a better place because of your presence. When I think about you, when I think about who you are, the family you come from, and what this world has in store for it with you by your presence, it just I think that that's a beautiful thing. If I had anything that I would ask you to improve upon, even though we haven't seen each other in a long time, I really don't have much. I would just say continue to improve you. Invest in you. If you have to bet on something, always bet on yourself. Because when you bet on yourself and you believe in yourself and you improve yourself through continuing and never-ending improvement, it makes you a better person, and it also allows those people that will be affected by interacting with you, it will impact their lives better as well. So just continue to be a great young man, continue to be loving, and continue to share your heart with the world. And if you do that, I believe that the world would never be the same, and I believe that your life would never be the same as well. Turning 16, being a 16-year-old, what advice would I give you? I would just say, as you are now 16, turning 16, here's the thing I want you to know, that you are growing from a boy into a man. The number one thing I would ask you to do on your journey forward is to seek good counsel, to seek guidance, always stay humble, always understand that you are here on this planet to serve, but never to shine. If you keep service first in everything you do, if you understand your purpose, or I call it the RFB, your reason for being, listen, that will serve you immensely. It will serve you in ways that you can't even imagine. And even though you're young now and you may not understand everything I'm saying, as you get older, as you get wiser, as you become more of a man, you will begin to reflect back in retrospect and say to yourself, that's what that person meant. That's what Mark Anthony meant. Now I get it. But just know that you have everything inside of you to be phenomenal. You have everything inside of you to be anything and everything you ever dreamed yourself to be. You are amazing. You are forward progressive, as I said before, but more in person, you're just good people. You're just a good soul. So I am proud to know you. I am proud of what you are doing. And if there's ever anything I can do for you, let me know. I look forward to speaking with you soon. God bless you, my friend. Once again, many, many blessings to a wonderful birthday for you. God bless you. Take care, and we'll talk soon. And thank you for your service. And thank you, young man, for being phenomenal. You're incredible. See you soon.
Hi, dear Yash. This is Katie. I'd like to leave you a message, a birthday message to one of the most wonderful and beautiful human beings inside and out. I wish you have a beautiful, beautiful day on the day of your birthday, and many, 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 many years of success and of you just being you. You're a wonderful person. I feel blessed by the opportunity that I had to meet you and your mom. Both of you were just, the best thing that happened to me in Florida was meeting you and your mom. I think about you, I think the world. I don't know if anyone who has shown such a maturity. Do you know that I talk to you about you to so many people? Family, friends. I think you're very popular. You just don't know about that. But in Italy, everybody knows about you. In the US as well, my children. And, you are an amazing young man. And knowing that you are just turning 16 makes you even more amazing. So that's what I can see and I can say about our Yash of today. For what can I say about your strengths? The ones I saw is how punctual you are, how willing and able to learn. You learn everything so quickly, and you are also so responsible, reliable. Never change that. Never change that, because that is a strength, and that it's a talent, a gift that you offer to us. Anything I have ever asked from you, you have delivered timely. You always do more than is expected. And I cannot tell you how much I admire the young man that you are. I wish I was like you at your age. Stay that path. Don't change. And I do hope that who you are and what you do is bringing you joy. I wish the best for real to that beautiful 16-year-old that you're starting now, your path. Thank you, Hannah, and happy birthday. And many, 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 many more years. I hope we can see each other again. Take care, honey. Bye-bye.
Hi, it's Nikhil Rugiani, and I'm here to talk about Yash and give him my message. So what's my first impression of Yash as a 15-year-old? Look, Yash is only in the body of a 15-year-old. The soul within him has the wisdom of ages. I'm sure everyone is probably saying the same thing, but he's just not 15, right? Physically maybe, emotionally not, mentally not, and spiritually definitely not, right? So that's my first impression of him. And I've worked with him for over about a year now, I say. And that's what I've seen. You're not seeing your average 15-year-old here. You're seeing a man who is wise beyond his years, with very sharp business acumen and a champion spirit about him. And that's what I really well and truly love. But that's not what I think is his greatest strength. Like, his business acumen is fantastic. There's no doubting that. He's quite a talented guy. His level of personal insight and his depth of personal analysis of himself is just astounding. But I don't think that's what his greatest strength is. The way I see it, the greatest strength that Yash carries and possesses is his love, his compassion, and his generous spirit in wanting to make a difference to everyone that he's in connection with. I say that because here's a young man who's 15 years old and calls a 43-year-old guy his brother, right? And most people might freak out at that. Me, I'm touched. I'm honored. I truly am. You know, it takes a lot to be someone else's brother, and for him to call me that and to treat me like that, that's amazing. There's not a call that I've had with Yash where he doesn't ask me about how my health has been, how I'm keeping, how's my daughter keeping, right? There's not a call or a message that he sends me where he doesn't inquire to make sure that everything is okay. And I've been through a bit of a turbulent last 12 months. I totally get it. But Yash is not business. He's human. And you don't see that quality or characteristic in many 15-year-olds. In fact, you don't see that quality or characteristic in many business people at all. So that's what I think is his greatest attribute. His heart, his love and his compassion and his desire to give so that other people will benefit. That's irreplaceable, right? It's not his business talent. The world is actually out there full of many, many business people who are quite talented. But that's a dime a dozen, right? It's not his personal development, right? There's people out there who have got the depth of insight of themselves and their lives, and they tend to prevaricate over it quite a lot and navel gaze quite a fair bit. But that's not it either, right? It's Yash's heart. It's his strength of character. It's his desire to make a difference, and he lives that. He talks that. He doesn't just walk it. He talks it and walks it both, right? Some people just walk it and don't make it known. You know, Yash is probably along that line. He doesn't want to demonstrate it overtly, but he has that ability to lead by example. And that comes from his strength of character. That comes from his heart. That doesn't come from his business. That doesn't come from, you know, his personal development. I can guarantee if Yash wasn't the astounding, amazing business person he is today, if he didn't have the depth of personal insight that he does today, that he'd still be generous in spirit. He would still have that strong heart, that love for people, and that desire to want to see people do well. And he'd be willing to be there and, you know, go out there and make it happen. And that's what I think is his greatest strength. The flip side is, what do I think he needs to work on? Where do I think he needs to improve? And this is quite difficult for me because I've really only worked with Yash in a business capacity. And to be quite honest, his business skills, his business acumen is quite fantastic, right? What I do think, though, and this is just an assumption, so I may completely be wrong, but please accept if this is a mistake, then I apologize. But if it's good, useful wisdom and it's insightful for you, then please adopt it, okay? So Yash is a 15-year-old turning 16, and as I said, he's a brilliant business person. He's talented, and he's got some great personal depth and insight. What I don't want to see Yash do is miss out on the experiences of his teenage years. And I'm not saying that he will, I'm not saying that he does, but I'd love for him to embrace everything that his 16-year-old self will have. You know, everything that 16 years, that a 16-year-old guy will expect to receive and expect to experience. He should experience it and embrace it with open arms, right? Enjoy it. Enjoy the life. I don't see that side, so I don't know whether you are enjoying life, but hey, if you're not, then go ahead and enjoy it, and if you are, keep enjoying it. So what do I wish for Yash on this 16th year as he journeys around the sun for another year? Well, this year, what can I say? What can I wish for the young man who is an aspiring talent? Well, no, you're not an aspiring talent. You are a talented guy, and others aspire to be like you. Let me just correct myself there. But what can I wish for someone who is as gifted, as talented, that strong business acumen, that depth of personal insight that you have? How do you wish anything for the guy who's got everything? Well, here's what I wish. As a 16-year-old, break rules. That's what I love to see you do. Go out there and break rules. Break beyond the boundaries of normative society. Okay? Teenagers are expected to be rebellious and push boundaries and break rules. And I would wish that you do that in this 16th year. And break the rules in such a way that you'll keep doing what you're really good at, which is making a difference to people's lives, right? Which is showing your love and your heart and your compassion and going out there and making a difference. Break the rules in such a way that you create a new normal. And that's what I love to see for you on this 16th year as you journey around the sun. So, while you let that settle in, don't be scared of breaking the rules. I don't think you are anyway. Just break them more. Break them harder. Don't accept what is the status quo. Because I'm confident, Yash, that even in the 16th year around the sun, as I say, you're going to be making an impact to so many people's lives. You're going to be leading in such a way that when people look to you, they will have permission to step up and be the leaders themselves. So break those rules. Show that it's okay, that this new normal that we've got, or this normal that we've got needs a new normal, and that you're willing to go out there and create it. And that's what I wish for you in the 16th year. That you will go out there, break these boundaries, break the rules, and create a new normal. I know you can do it. So from myself, Adriana, Sanvi, the whole of the team at Shot of Copy, a very happy 16th birthday. And I look forward to selling. I look forward to celebrating many, many more with you. Many, many more with you. Tongue-tied. Getting a bit emotional here. But that's really what my wish is. Have a happy birthday. All the best from all of us. And have an awesome 16th year as you go and break new boundaries, break those rules, and create a new normal. Talk to you soon.
It's been a long journey you and I have been on, but I remember the first time we met, bro. We didn't really talk much, and then I got to know you a little more, and was really inspired by, how motivated you are, how hardworking you were, and you were so goal-oriented and just like tunnel vision, right? And you don't see that from many 15-year-olds. For a 15-year-old to be so motivated in their career path and know what they want to do, it's very inspiring to see, and it helps me burn my fire inside too. And so, man, for a 15-year-old to inspire me like that, it's crazy. And some of your strengths, bro, like the way you talk to people, your communication skills, the way you, a series of questions where you can ask on the spot and you get to figure out X, Y, or Z, your ability to do that is insane. That's why I know you'll never be broke. And, like I said, your inspiration to just be better every single day and get better with whatever you're doing, right? And we want to do this, you want to close deals, you want to do this, and you speak so passionately about those things, and it rubs off on me, and I can only thank you for those things. I guess, man, like some of the things that you can improve on, bro. This is just me telling you from like a big bro standpoint, right? Because I feel like I've been in those shoes where I used to be like that with school, or even my first couple of jobs where I didn't sleep, bro. All I did was study, or all I did was think about work. How much more money can I make? Or those were things that only drove me. And then I realized that life is so much bigger than that, right? Life isn't just about how much money you make or how many deals you close, or just being so goal oriented. Yes, I can respect that, but I think one of the things that can really help you later down the line is having some sort of balance, taking some time to yourself, and doing something outside of working on sales, or doing something that you think is important to you right now, right? Like go down a rabbit hole that you've never been down before, right? Do things that make you uncomfortable. Just finding a balance, bro. It can't just be always sales. Go spend time with your family. Go do things with your friends. Just go out and have a good time. And I promise that doing that will only improve sales as well. So yeah, man. And then as you go on to 16, bro, I have no idea what's in store for you, bro. All I know is that I'm going to be here for you. And if you ever need anything, you can always reach me. But dude, I can't tell you how proud of you I am. Even in the short time I've known you, I feel like you've grown so much as a person. I know like when we first, we're becoming close, we would argue a lot, and, we did have a big argument one time, but, your ability as such a young kid to just talk about those things and then move on and act
as if they never happened, but we resolved it and be adults and be men about it and move on with our relationship. I can like that's so respectable. And yeah, man, just can't thank you enough for being such a bright dude in my life. I would say, try to be a little more, smile a little more. Things are going to go wrong, and don't dwell on those things. But yeah, man, happy birthday, bro. Can't wait to see you in April with the rest of the team, bro. But happy birthday, man.
At just 15 years old, I have never, and I mean never, seen a young man, and I mean a man, with more loyalty, decency, commitment, clarity, power. And I've never seen a man who has literally changed so many lives. If you take a look at some of his friends, what you may not know is he's made them a lot of money. You mean this young man, Yash, knows how to monetize? Oh, in massive ways. And I should know, my name is Joel Bauer, and there are people who rely on him that are 5 times, 6 times his age. People rely on him for one reason. He does something that, quite frankly, they don't know how to do. They don't have a clue as to how to do what he can do. He understands the message. He understands the languaging. He is a wordsmith. But more than just a wordsmith, he's also a strategist. I had the opportunity of training him, and I have trained some of the best known people on the planet in information marketing, in position, in conversion. Yash is a man who is full of energy, not even 16 years old, and literally, if he was offering himself in an IPO, I've said this before, I would invest in stock in this young man, and it would be the best investment I've probably ever made. I think it would pay massive dividends. His expertise, I don't know if you can see this here, but these are some of the people I've trained. And I'm about to add him to this list, and what they all share in common is the ability to present themselves to the world, and the ability to suspend disbelief, and the ability to tell their story. Some of them are billionaires. They're all millionaires, and even during a pandemic, not one of them generates less than $1 million a year, and Yash has earned his place. He has taken what I know, and he's transcended it. He's applied it, and then put his brand on it, and added from his other mentors, the other systems that he's implemented. Oh yeah, he's got a systematic approach to communication, the art of presentation, and the art of closing. You can see some pretty big numbers there. Well, let me tell you something. It wouldn't surprise me. Matter of fact, I'd be amazed if it didn't happen, if Yash didn't generate over $1 billion or more. He knows how to scale. He can do it for people's companies. He can do it for their individual brand. He can help them to design and actually identify their purpose. He's absolutely remarkable. And I believe he has the intelligence of an Alex Mendosian, a Dan Locke. These are 3 of my students and 3 people that I mentor, and also a Myron Golden. Dan Locke has the ability to write. He's a copywriter, and a very good one, does about $2 million a month. Alex Mendosian is also a wordsmith, but also a strategist. These are the qualities of Yash. And Myron Golden is a closer. Recently, Yash produced results that not only raised the bar, but set a new standard with one of the companies that is fortunate enough and honored to have his presence. He literally is an unstoppable force of nature. Do you know that? Yeah, this is not a normal young man. This is not someone that perhaps you've ever met anyone quite like Yash. And again, the people he knows, they rely on him. You see his face? That face is the face of a young man who cares, and a young man who shares his heart and soul, and a young man who is committed to doing something incredible in this lifetime. And you know how I define his excellence? I define his excellence because of his relationship with his mother. His mother is also a superb marketer, and she has shared the most precious commodity she has with her son. She has shared her ambition, raised him, guided him by example, And the two of them are intimately committed to one another. And now, the tables have turned. He helps his mother to position, close, and tell her story. He can help absolutely anyone. And he's just about to turn 16 years wise. There is no way that this young man is only 16 years old. He is an old soul. And if I had a recommendation to him, and there would only be one possible recommendation that I could make, it would be to slow down. You see, he has so much to give, and sometimes he just wants to give all of it. He wants to give all of it right there when he meets you. He has a huge heart. He has an open mind. He is connected on a cellular level. He has evolved. He loves his mother. He loves his family. And he loves his students that become his peers. And the amazing thing is, someone with a huge company could scale it. Someone with a tiny company could scale it. He has that mind. He is a strategist. And quite frankly, he doesn't have a lot of people that equal his knowledge, insight, skill set, motivation, energy, and the ability to actually integrate an end-to-end, fully configurable, fully deployable solution that will not only impact their bottom line financially, but it will impact them emotionally in their personal evolution, their relationship to their clients, and the way they manage their teams. Yash is absolutely incredible. And you can see right here from some video I captured from so many videos, so much content that he's evolved. How did he write the book he has? And I have that book on my shelf. It was remarkable. I read it, covered. Are you telling me that he wrote a book at around 14? I think it might have been even sooner than that. And was the book full of original experience? Oh, yeah. Yash doesn't tell you things. He doesn't show you things. He allows you to experience transformation. And he does it in a way that will make all the difference in your life. So I have transferred to him all that I have. And he has now taken it to the next level. And he is impacting lives internationally online, offline as well. And so moving forward, get ready, world. Not only the next multimillionaire and billionaire, but a man who will pay it forward. A man who will make a difference on this planet. A man who is already living his legacy and will leave his dynasty to his children. And let me tell you something. At just about 16 years old now, he is a man who will always solve problems and with a positive state of mind. And he has a sense of power about him. People want to be with him. They gravitate to him. And then it's very painful when they separate from him because he has the ability to lead and to lead by example. His name is Yash. His action is to empower other people, to allow them to acknowledge that they are capable of more than they even knew, more than they could imagine. And so today, we celebrate this absolutely extraordinary young man that I would like to call my friend. And I would like to call my peer. And he will pass it forward beyond my years. And he will be an example, a model of excellence that others will aspire to be like. Yash, I would like to wish you the happiest of birthdays. I love you. Your mother loves you. Your friends and clients love you. And most importantly, we respect you. Because you are an example of dignity, intelligence, precision. You are a man of your word. And you are someone that takes specific action and produces results. I am honored to know a little bit about you, and I hope to learn even more. And I will be standing wherever I may be as your biggest fan, applauding you with the kudos that you deserve, because you impact lives and you will save lives. And people will literally follow your skills, direction, insight, your teachings, and it will change their life for the better and give them the ability to live a life by design and not a life in default. Yash, happy birthday to you, my friend.
We sing happy birthday to you, and may all your dreams come true. Happy, happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
Yash, you are loved, you are respected, and you are adored. And you have earned it. You've earned it. Your discipline, your love for others, your acceptance, your tolerance, your ability to forgive, and your ability to embrace challenge head on, finding a better way. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Yash. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so proud of you for your journey over the last 16 years. I've seen you put yourself out of the comfort zone, taking risks to make something that seemed impossible into possible. Hungry to learn, hungry to grow, accepting failures with grace, which is not always easy. Going the extra mile to help someone out with the goodness of your heart. And I feel I can go on and on and on. It has been a blessing to nurture and empower you. And I'm thankful to both you and Nupur for helping me become a better parent. As I observe and experience you soaring high, making it 10x from where we started, and yes, you have just begun. My gift to you on your 16th birthday is continue to get more organized and define your balance. So, Yash, let's celebrate your 16th birthday by expressing our heartfelt gratitude for all the blessings that we have in the form of our family, friends, and the community of clients. I also want to take a moment to thank these 16 beautiful people who took time out of their busy life to help me make this special birthday gift for you. Have a fantastic day today and always. Happy birthday, Yash, and I love you more.